Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into one of the cloud's absolute cornerstones, Amazon S3. But forget the 101 level stuff. We're going straight to the pro strategies you need to slash your costs, lock down your data, and really truly master this service.
Most people think of S3 as just a place to dump files, a giant, reliable digital bucket. And hey, it is that. But if that's all you're using it for, you're only scratching the surface of what it can do. It's an incredibly powerful platform, but you've got to know how to pull the right levers.
And that leads to the big question, right? By just treating it like a simple bucket, are you accidentally overspending? A lot. And maybe more importantly, are you leaving your critical data exposed? For a lot of folks, the answer is yeah. But don't worry, we're about to fix that.
Okay, so pillar number one for S3 Mastery is all about automation. This is how you go from constantly managing files to just not. It's about putting your data management on complete autopilot and getting back to your real work.
The secret sauce here is something called a lifecycle policy. Honestly, just think of it as your own personal automated digital librarian. You just give it a list of rules and it gets to work 24/7. It files away new stuff, moves old things into the archive, and even shreds what you don't need anymore, all without you having to do a thing. So what does that actually look like? Well, let's follow a file on its journey. Maybe after 30 days of not being touched, the policy just scoots it over to the cheaper, infrequent access storage. Then at the 90-day mark, it gets archived into Glacier. A year goes by, boom, it moves to the super cheap deep archive. And then, maybe after 2 years, the policy just deletes it. This entire journey happens automatically, saving you more and more money at every single step.
And this isn't just about spring cleaning. It has some seriously powerful uses. You can automate your compliance needs, like holding onto logs for a year and then archiving them. Or get this, and this is a great pro tip. You can set a rule to automatically clean up incomplete file uploads. You know, those broken files that are just sitting there? That means you stop paying to store useless, fragmented data. It's a fantastic, easy win.
Automation is a huge start, but real S3 Mastery also means you're actively looking at your spending. So next up, let's talk about how you can make every single one of your cloud dollars go further.
All right, the single biggest way to optimize your cost is choosing the right storage class. Each one is a tool for a specific job. S3 Standard, that's for your high-traffic websites and apps. Standard IA is great for things you don't touch often, like backups, but, and this is key, you pay a little fee to get the data back. Then there's intelligent tiering, which is a total game changer if you have no idea how often you'll need the data. It just figures it out and moves it for you to save you money. And Deep Archive, that's for the break glass in case of audit data you really hope you never have to retrieve.
And this is so important, because using the wrong tool can get expensive fast. There's a classic warning for a reason. Don't just move everything to Glacier because the storage cost looks cheap. If you need that file back, those retrieval fees can give you a nasty surprise on your next bill. It's all about matching how you use the data to the right class.
Okay, so you might be thinking, where do I even start? Well, here is a dead simple 3-step plan. First, if you're not sure about access patterns, just use intelligent tiering. Let it do the heavy lifting. Second, use those lifecycle policies we just talked about to handle data as it gets older. And third, another pro tip, if you're storing text files like logs, zip them up first. Compress them before you upload. A smaller file costs less to store. It's that simple.
All right, we've automated our workflows, we're optimizing our costs. Now we've got to tackle the most critical piece of the puzzle, building an absolute fortress around your data. Let's talk security.
Look, great security isn't one setting. It's all about layers. First, you have IAM policies. That's for people. Who can do what? Then you have bucket policies, which control the bucket itself. Then, on top of everything, is block public access. This is your most important safety net. It's on by default now, thank goodness, and it prevents those accidental oops, I made it public moments. And last, there are ACLs. They're an older tool, and honestly, you should probably avoid them unless you have a very specific legacy reason you have to use them.
Next up, encryption. This can sound complex, but it really boils down to one simple question. Who manages the keys? With SSES 3, AWS handles everything. It's the easy button for encryption. But with SSE KMS,
You are in control of the keys through the key management service. Why would you want that extra work? Well, it gives you a full audit trail of every time a key is used, which is a non-negotiable requirement for a lot of compliance standards. And for the ultimate do-not-touch protection, you have Object Lock. This literally makes your data unchangeable. In governance mode, it's like an internal control. It stops people from deleting things, but special users can override it if they absolutely have to. But compliance mode, that's the real deal. The object is locked down and no one, not even the all-powerful root account, can delete or change it until that lock expires. This is for your most critical legal records, the stuff you cannot afford to lose.
So, we've hit on automation, we've hit on cost, and we've hit on security. Let's pull this all together into a clear, straightforward playbook that you can use to take complete control of S3.
It really just comes down to this. This is your playbook for turning S3 from a passive storage bucket into a strategic asset. Number 1, automate your data's lifecycle. Number 2, optimize your costs by picking the right storage class for the job. And number 3, project your data with multiple overlapping layers of security. That's it. That's the core of S3 mastery.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Every single day, your organization's story is being written, piece by piece, in the data you store. The question is, are you just letting that story happen, or are you the one holding the pen? By using these strategies, you make sure you're the one in control, actively writing that story with purpose, with efficiency, and with security.